We a murder in the beat. We a murder in the beat. We a murder in the beat. We a murder in the beat.
Yes, sir. DBN Live. What's going on, y'all? We getting in the late night show tonight. I want to talk about this Mikey Garcia, Robert Easter news, or maybe I should say this Robert Easter news, because Robert Easter, he had some interesting things to say. He basically responded to Mikey Garcia. I want to talk about Manny Pacquiao. I done pretty much said this. I already touched on the Manny Pacquiao situation, but we're going to go ahead and get into it. Let me go ahead and see what's going on in the comment section before we get started. What's going on, Steve? Shout out to my man, Steve. My man, Andres. What's going on, y'all? Yeah, I know we late right now. Everybody's asleep right now, but I'm about to get it in any damn way. What's going on, K Black Boxing? Yes, sir. Hey, is there new fights today on Friday? You know what? I'm not even sure, man. Let me go ahead and, my man said hit that like button. Yes, sir, man. Definitely make sure you guys hit that like button. That's pretty much what it is. All right, guys. So anyway, I want to go ahead, like I said, once again, and I want to talk about this situation. So Robert Easter, matter of fact, let's go ahead and rewind. For those of you guys who don't know, Mikey Garcia, he was supposed to originally fight Jorge Linares, because Showtime and Al Heyman, they gave him a better deal. He ended up not taking a Linares fight, and he ended up going over to Showtime. And the original offer, or one of the offers on the table, I believe the main offer, the main fight that Al Heyman wanted to make, was Mikey Garcia versus Robert Easter. Like I said, it makes all the sense in the world. It already has a built-in story because Mikey already beat Broner, and Robert Easter is looked at as Lil Bro to Adrian Broner, right? We know that Mikey Garcia versus Adrian Broner was a success. So it makes sense that Mikey Garcia would fight the other undefeated lightweight champion. Robert Easter and Mikey Garcia are the two best lightweights in the division, okay? So Mikey Garcia, just recently, he said that he wasn't getting enough money to take the Robert Easter fight. He said it just wasn't worth, the compensation, basically. He said it wasn't worth it. So he wanted to be compensated more. And with that all being said, I reported this. I even played a clip of Mikey Garcia adding on top of the money. He said, and I quote, "Robert Easter may possibly be the most difficult guy to beat at the lightweight division, compared him to everyone else in the division. Now, when I quoted him and when I actually played the clip, you had all these fans that were getting so emotional, you know, crying over something that Mikey Garcia said, right? Something I didn't even say. This was Mikey Garcia saying this with his own words, okay? So they got upset and they said, oh, this is BS, Dante. Robert Easter, you know, he wanted more money too, et cetera, et cetera. So this is perfect because Robert Easter, he comes out and he clears the waves. He clears the airwaves when it comes to this situation, okay? So matter of fact, let me go ahead and quote exactly what Robert Easter had to say. All right, let me go ahead and pull this up. This is very important to note because once again, fans, they tried to draw their own conclusion, make excuses and say, oh, Robert was, you know, Robert, he was making excuses too. Robert, he wanted more money and all of this stuff. But that clearly was not the case. According to Robert Easter, that wasn't the case. So let me quote what he said. Okay, so he said, that's just a lame excuse to not fight. He said, I don't produce enough fans. What does Lipinets produce? Matter of fact, he said, what does Lipinets? No disrespect to him. But what? Come on now. Everyone knows that it is not true. I have fans all over. My fan base is big. Like I said, man, what it said, it don't matter if we fought in a room with nobody. It shouldn't even matter. If the money's good and the contract's good, then we should fight. I wouldn't care about fighting in front of nobody because I know what I'm going to do. Now, it's really interesting when Robert Easter says, you know, it doesn't matter if we fight in front of anybody. It really don't matter who we fighting in front of. It's funny he says that because if you watch a lot of PBC cards, especially like the smaller ones on Bounce TV, a lot of those cards will be in real small rooms, but they'll do big numbers when it comes to TV ratings, right? So with that being said, with that being said right there, he makes a very good point. Not only that, but we already know that once again, Robert Easter, he did big numbers in Ohio, right? Now some could say, oh, that's Ohio. But we already know once again, if that fight would have been in New York, I mean, that fight could have been anywhere. The fight could have been in New York, it would have did good. Just like Charlo, Lubin, Lara, and Trout, that triple header. Just like Deontay Wilder, who draws a big crowd in Alabama, but he did big numbers out there in New York, right? So the point is, they could have fought anywhere and it would have been a big fight. I want to go ahead and read the rest of what he said. But before I do, let me go ahead and check the comment section real quick. Say what's up to y'all. What's going on, my man Fly Guy? What's going on, my man Mike Gross? What did he say? Yeah, he's talking about that Pacquiao news. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Say he's supposed to get a tune-up. Then Crawford. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. Yeah, like I just said, Robert Easter, he does good in Ohio. But once again, what you guys are not realizing and what some people are not realizing, or they just don't want to, admit it, is even if he only does good in Ohio, we know he's going to do good in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center. Everybody producing numbers out there in Brooklyn. Like I said, you got Charlo from Texas, and they did big numbers. I was there. I covered that fight. Deontay Wilder from Alabama. Once again, just reiterating, they did good numbers. So that's not a good excuse. That's not a good excuse. But I'm really glad that Robert Easter did come out and give his take. So according to Robert Easter, he's saying that Mikey Garcia is just making lame excuses. And I'm saying, and I quote, Robert Easter said, "I don't make no excuses. I'm ready to fight." And he continued by saying basically, If it's an easy fight, then you would have took the fight. But that's the only thing I would disagree with Robert Easter on, because Mikey didn't say it would be an easy fight. Mikey said it could possibly be the most difficult fight because of his height and because of his reach. And I know I'm up. I know right now, and I'm doing this show late right now, and like I said, a lot of cats, they sleep and getting ready for work tomorrow. But I just wanted to go ahead and get my thoughts off my chest and go live at it, or go live with them. 1:55 a.m. in South Florida. What's that? Broward County, to be exact, says my man Chef Jarvis. That's what it is, man. I appreciate you hanging out with us late over here. Jeff Horn on the witness protection list. LOL. You ain't lying about that. IMO. Yeah, once again, man, so Manny Pacquiao, let's go ahead and talk about this Manny Pacquiao news real quick. So the talks are, and it's not official yet, but the talks are Manny Pacquiao will be coming back facing Mike Alvarado. I just talked about this, guys. I talked about this, I think in the last stream I did, and I told you guys that Pacquiao is cornered right now. He's in a very, very bad position right now. Why? Because of the simple fact that he waited too long to fight Jeff Horn in a rematch. So now Jeff Horn, he has Crawford issues, and Jeff Horn doesn't want to fight Crawford. That puts Pacquiao in a situation where he has nowhere to go. He ain't about to fight Errol Spence for his title. He ain't about to fight Keith Thurman for his belt, right? Jeff Horn, on paper, was supposed to be the weakest link, which probably still is the weakest link compared to them other champions. But Manny Pacquiao, he thought that would be the easiest route. He ended up losing to Jeff Horn. Now he's in the situation where he has nowhere to go. I know the talks are this is a tune-up for him to take the Crawford fight. I don't know, man. It's hard for me to believe that Manny Pacquiao will take a Terrence Crawford fight. And to fight someone like Mike Alvarado for a warm-up, once again, or a tune-up. Once again, if this is a tune-up, then that's not that bad of a deal. But if it was a tune-up, it's because, as far as I'm concerned, if he's going to continue to fight the Mike Alvarados, then it's not so much of a tune-up. It's only considered a tune-up if you already negotiating a deal with Terrence Crawford or someone else on that level, right? So yeah, if you look at Andre Ward's situation with Kovalev, 2 fights before Andre Ward fought Kovalev, Andre had already agreed to fight Kovalev. So in a certain sense, it really didn't matter who he fought, before Kovalev. We knew at the end of the year, he was going to fight Sergey Kovalev. When it comes to Manny Pacquiao, there's no negotiations. Bob Arum, he's been trying to make this fight for the last 2 years. It was Manny Pacquiao who elected to not fight Terrence Crawford. Okay? For good reason. So that's pretty much what that is, man. That's pretty much what that is. But yeah, man, I just wanted to go ahead and report this news. I was about to just go ahead and drop a video, but I said, you know what, forget it. Let me go ahead and drop it live real quick. Yeah, man. My man Jeff Horn, my man in the comment section, yeah, I guess he's just being sarcastic. He said Jeff Horn will beat Crawford. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why Jeff Horn is saying he wants $5 million, because he'll beat him, right? He'll beat him just like all the other opponents he beat. But that's the one guy where he says he needs $5 million a fight. $4 to $5 million. Yeah. But once again, I'm sure my man, I'm not even going to discredit his post, his comment. I'm sure he was just being sarcastic. Yeah. But anyway, guys, let me see what's this over here. Unless Bob gives him $25 million, I don't see it. Bud is Floyd with power, according to Freddie Roach. Absolutely, Mike Gross. Freddie Roach, for those of you guys who don't know, He made that statement right after Crawford beat Postal. Right after Crawford beat Postal, he said this guy is Floyd Mayweather with power. You know, so that gives you an idea of what they think about this man. You know, you got Jeff Horn's people, they're admitting, Jeff Horn's people, they're admitting that that Terrence Crawford is probably the toughest guy to fight. And they said, you know, so if we're gonna basically fight him, we better get some severance pay. There better be some serious compensation going on in that ring. You know what I mean? If we have to fight him in that situation, I should say. Good looking out to my man Steve. I appreciate that. My man Steve's Bathroom Remodel and Repair. Plug right there. He said, any Lomo news? I actually just dropped a video. I just dropped it right before I went live. Only news so far is what Virgil Hunter is saying. You know, Virgil, he was talking about Golovkin, and he was talking about some Lomachenko news. You know, what I don't understand is why, like I was just referencing the Ward Kovalev situation. What I don't understand is how come Lomachenko and Mikey Garcia, how come they're not working out a deal right now that would basically, you know, suggest if Loma wins his next fight, if Mikey Garcia wins his next fight, they fight each other on this date or whatever the case may be. You know, I wonder why there's no type of deal like that at least being worked on right now. Yeah, Bob Arum likes to take shots at Floyd. Yeah, we already know how that goes. I mean, at first, Bob Arum, he was saying that Floyd Mayweather, there was a time when he was saying that Floyd Mayweather, you know, he hasn't seen a fighter at that great since Muhammad Ali, when he was promoting Floyd Mayweather. Now, ever since Floyd Mayweather has left Top Rank, Bob Arum, he done called him a Hitler. He compared him to Hitler, you know, and he's always taking shots at Floyd Mayweather. So that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, man. But anyway, yeah, guys, so I just wanted to report that news once again, guys. Robert Easter. I appreciate the donation, my man Mike Gross. I appreciate that. For everybody once again donating to the channel, you know, and riding that super chat DBN tank that we pushing over here. I appreciate you guys, man. So but once again, man, when it comes to Robert Easter came out, and according to Robert Easter, he says what Mikey Garcia said is not true. He says that Mikey Garcia is making, quote, and I'm quoting him, lame excuses. He says that Mikey doesn't want the fight. That's what he basically said. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and quote the other paragraph. Yeah, he says right here, Robert Easter says, I wanted the fight. It was serious on my side. And what I'm reading to you guys right now, guys, I haven't even read this before. I'm just reading this right now because I didn't even see this part of the article right here. Once again, let me say it again. I wanted this fight. It was serious on my side. I don't care where, how much, none of that. Did you guys just hear that? He said, I don't care where, I don't care how much. So, according to Robert Easter, you know, the excuse of money, it was just that, an excuse. Once again, according to what Robert Easter just said. That's what it is. That's what it is, guys. So everyone that got all super emotional and, you know, they was sitting over here, you know, saying, hey, oh, you're just being biased by quoting. Like I said, once again, I quoted what this man said. And then I didn't even quote him. I played the actual interview of Mikey Garcia saying this out of his own damn mouth. Okay? And you have fans sitting over here going crazy. Like I said something about all they mama. Okay? Like I was just taking shots at all they damn mamas. But once again, I mean, they filled the comment section up, these decafs. But once again, coincidentally enough, or ironically enough, they didn't have anything to say when I was criticizing Keith Thurman. And I wasn't, and I won't even say criticizing Keith Thurman. When I was quoting Keith Thurman, they didn't have nothing to say. These same fans that posted thousands and thousands of messages, you know, I'm exaggerating, of course, tons and tons, zillions of messages. These same fans that posted all these comments on this one Mikey Garcia post, they weren't nowhere to be found when I was quoting that Keith Thurman wasn't interested in fighting Errol Spence. When I was quoting that Anthony Joshua was saying, you know, he's not ready right now, or whatever the case may be, when I was reporting that, they had absolutely nothing to say. That's because coincidentally, they all on the damn coincidental list. Shouts out to my man rolling in that DBN tank, my man Fly Guy. I appreciate you, family. My man Fly Guy 6225. I appreciate you, man. That's what it is. That is definitely what it is. Everyone donating to the movement, to that new media train that we over here riding in. Yes, sir. We moving. We moving. I appreciate that. And everybody, once again, that cop them shirts, them DBN shirts, I appreciate that. Let me see what else is going on in the comment section over here. Okay, I see somebody in the comment section. Oh, he's commenting. He's responding to someone else in the comment section. You know, once again, I see you guys are talking about the money situation. Once again, you can no longer use the money excuse because Robert Easter just said, and I just quote it right now. Matter of fact, I'll put the article here. I'll put the article in the comment section right now, so you guys can hear exactly what Robert Easter said out of his own mouth. Boom, there it is right there. Just put it in the chat room right there. Robert Easter, he said, I don't care how much money, I don't care where the fight is. So I'm only talking to the fans right now because, you know, the fans, you know, sometimes you fans, you think that you guys are helping your favorite fighter. And a lot of times you guys are hurting him. You guys are hurting him. Like when I reported that news before that, you know, Mikey said that, you know, Robert might possibly be the most difficult fight because of his height and his reach. I didn't put the link in the description box, right? And it's actually a good thing that I didn't put the link in the description box because these emotionally attached decafs, you know, they always looking for any type of reason to defend their fighter, right? So they'll go out on a limb and they'll be like, oh, but he didn't put a link down, so maybe you know he made this up, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So then they'll say something reckless and stupid, which will make, once again, the guy that they're defending look even worse. Because then they'll say some stuff like, oh, no way did he say some bitch shit like that. Dante, you made that up. He didn't say that. Where is the link, right? So now you over here, you clowning the guy that you actually supposed to be defending because you thought there was an opening there because there wasn't a link there. But then when I put the link in the description box, now you realize you done really screwed up. Y'all see how that works? Y'all see how that works? I'm telling you, man. It's crazy, man. I tell you guys on this channel all the time, man. You could lock the truth up, throw away the key, and that truth is going to find a way to break free. Okay? Once again, I put the link in the chat room, guys. Robert Easter. I'm going to read it again. This is what Robert Easter said in response to what Mikey Garcia just said. Mikey Garcia said it wasn't worth it. I needed more money. This is what Robert Easter said. I wanted the fight. It was serious on my side. I don't care where, how much, none of that. I wanted the fight. He said, I heard, at first it was I didn't produce enough fans or the fight didn't make sense, which that didn't make sense, and some other excuses the guy came up with. But like I said, I was ready to fight whenever, whatever, or how much. It didn't even matter. That's case closed, guys. That's DNA evidence right there. Okay? That's DNA evidence right there. That's caught on camera right there type evidence. That's what that is. So you can't, no one can, no, and I'm talking about the fans. I'm not talking about Mikey Garcia, but I'm talking about the fans right now. Now you cannot use that excuse that this was just a money thing or it was because Mikey didn't want to fight in New York and all that kind of stuff, because Robert just said he cleared it up. He didn't care what the money was. So think about this for a second. If Mikey doesn't care, if Robert doesn't care how much money he's getting, that means they're going to give Robert or Mikey Garcia, whatever he wants. Right? Am I right or am I wrong? You guys tell me if that makes logical sense. If Robert Easter is willing to take whatever just to get the fight, just to prove that he's better, that means Mikey is going to get everything that he wants. Okay? So we need to see this fight because these are the two best lightweights in the division. And I'm sure Mikey Garcia, hopefully he's, hopefully he'll take the fight eventually. But once again, everything that you guys just heard me say, all I just did was quote him. Okay, so someone in the comment section just said, who has Easter beat? He said, who is Easter beating? And then he says, he's a nobody too. See, once again, you decavs don't realize you're making it harder on Mikey Garcia when you make these excuses. Because then when you say that, all a person has to do is pick somebody that Mikey Garcia fought that didn't beat as many people as Robert Easter, right? And not only that, but if he hasn't beat anyone, why would you need more money to even fight him if that is the case? And if he hasn't fought anyone, Robert Easter said that he doesn't even care how much money he's getting. See, that's something else too. That's something else too. The consensus is Sergey Lipinets, he met Mikey Garcia's demands. Sergey was okay with the money that was offered to him. That's why the fight went down, right? So if you say, who has he fought? Then you could also say, who has Sergey Lipinets fought? Right? You could say, who has he fought? You could say, who did Zatichinin beat? Who did Zatichinin beat? You could say, who did Rojas beat? Isn't that the opponent that, see, this is what I'm saying. You have to be very smart when you try to talk boxing, because when you make excuses based off of emotion, you're going to end up making the guy you're defending look even worse. Matter of fact, was his name Rojas, guys? You guys help me in the comment section. The guy that Mikey Garcia fought before Zatichinin, the Puerto Rican guy. Was it Rojas? I believe his name was Rojas. Yeah, and that's of course. I mean, I'm not even getting deep into it. I see the decaf in the chat room. He's getting obliterated right now with logic, because you ask these questions. Who did he beat? And he beat Comey. He beat was it Shafikov? He beat Shafikov. But once again, none of that matters, because let's say he didn't beat those guys. Let's say he didn't beat those guys. Like I said, if that's the case, then we have to ask the question. And listen, I'm only talking to the fans because, like I said, yeah, it was Rojas. Okay. Thank you, IMO Sports. I appreciate that. So once again, going back to the point that the question that the decaf in the comment section was asking, if he hasn't fought anyone, why did Mikey Garcia, and I'm only asking this guy, why did Mikey Garcia fight Rojas? So how do you explain that? Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and ask the decaf right now. So decaf in the chat room right now. If you say, who did Robert Easter fight? Who fought better competition, Robert Easter or Rojas? I want to see if this guy's going to respond to that. Oh, now he's changing it up. See, now he's making another excuse. Now, are you saying, because I'm reading it right now and I just want to make sure. He's saying it's a tune-up fight. At first he was saying see, this is what decafs do. They just throw as much stuff on the wall and try to get something to stick. The first thing he threw on the wall was Robert Easter, who has he fought? Then when we debunked that by clearly saying, okay, then why did he fight Rojas? Then they try to throw something else on the wall. Oh, it's just a tune-up fight. But then you start making excuses. Then you start making excuses that the fighter himself is not even making. And that's when you're really starting to make him look bad. Let me see what this decaf is saying now. Now he's saying, you know the business. So what is the business? Because Robert Easter's business is to get the Mikey Garcia fight. So what is, once again, and like I said, I'm talking to the fans. You fans are trying to make Mikey Garcia look even worse. That's what you're trying to do. You know, you need to keep your mouth closed because you trying to make Mikey look bad. You trying to make Mikey look bad. Because making excuses that don't logically add up is not making any sense at all. Right? Because if we going, once again, man, if we talking about the business, let's talk about the business. Andre Ward is a millionaire right now. That's right. The boy is a millionaire right now. Why? Because he took on the toughest challenge. He moved up in weight and he fought the Crusher twice. And made what? He made like $4 million in the rematch, and I think he made $1 or $2 million in the first fight. That's the business part right there, right? Floyd Mayweather moving up in weight, fighting against Canelo, fighting against Pacquiao. That's the business right there. You can't sit over here and say, oh, it's business to avoid the best fighters and just fight the guys that you know that you can beat. Who are you comparing Mikey Garcia to? And once again, Mikey Garcia, you know, that's my boy. You know, the Garcias, they my boys. The fans in the comment section, you guys are making Mikey look bad by making up excuses that he ain't even making up. Right? That's like if you got a homie, you know, and let's say you got a coworker, you know, your homeboy, y'all work at the same job, right? And he don't show up to work. Now, you don't know why that boy didn't show up to work, but you over here, you telling everybody at your job 5 different reasons why he didn't come to work, right? You telling every different person, you know, he didn't come because of this. Oh, he broke his leg. I told y'all, yeah, he had brain surgery last night. Oh, you know, he got caught, you know, he went to jail. You know, whatever the case, you making all these damn excuses and you don't know why he didn't show up to work. You making your boy look bad. You feel me? So that's pretty much what that is, man. That's pretty much what that is. But anyway, like I just said, man, for those of you guys, I'll go ahead and put the link in the comment section again, you know, because this is imperative news. This is very interesting news right here. You know, you definitely need to read exactly what Robert Easter said. Hey, what's going on? Shout out to the killer. My man Dwayne Beeman. He's the super flyweight IBO Intercontinental Champion. What's going on, family? He's in the comment section right now. Yeah, man, he got a fight coming up. We got another countdown to the beatdown. My man Dwayne Beeman, he gonna be out there in Mexico. Shout out to Dwayne, man. See, and you know what? It's funny that now I'm talking about Dwayne, because Dwayne will tell you, Dwayne is always calling out the best fighters around his division. So when you're talking that business stuff, you can't sit over here and tell me that logically makes all the sense in the world. Because Dwayne Beeman, he been calling out Inoue. He was calling out Rigo before Rigo lost to Loma. He's been calling out all these guys, right? So you ain't going to hear Dwayne Beeman say, well, no, I don't want to fight none of these guys because it's all business. Once again, Floyd Mayweather, the reason why Floyd Mayweather is the first fighter to get that close to being a billionaire, I should say. And he's probably going to still reach billionaire status, very shortly. But the reason why he was able to do that is because he continued to beat guys that he wasn't supposed to beat, at least not when you look at his age. Fighting Canelo Alvarez close to 40 years old, 15, 20 pounds bigger than him. What fighters today take challenges like that? I mean, you have some fighters out there who does it, but it's very rare though. It's very, very rare, So that's pretty much what that is. Let me go ahead once again, look at the comment section, see what's going on over here. Yeah, my man Dwayne, he said he just seen Sergey. That's right. Dwayne is he's going to that training camp over there. So he said he's seen him get that work in. And I'll say that too. That the Sergey, I never said that the Sergey fight was an easy fight, because that's still going to be a very tough fight for Mikey. That's a good opponent. My only point is, according to Robert Easter, he just set the record straight. According to Robert Easter, he said that he didn't care about no money. He wanted the fight. He would have took the fight anywhere. So that shoots down any excuse of where the fight was going to be. Mikey shouldn't have to fight in Brooklyn. Mikey, he doesn't even mind fighting in Brooklyn. The Garcia-Broner fight was in Brooklyn, and it was a success. Okay? But according to Robert Easter, the fight could have been at the Staples Center in Carson, California. It could have been, in LA. I'm thinking the StubHub in Carson, California. It could have been at the Staples Center. It could have been at StubHub. It could have been in Texas. It could have been anywhere. That's a guy who wants to prove that he's the best when it comes to him going against Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia right now, and Robert Easter, those are the two best lightweights. Now, maybe Mikey Garcia, maybe he'll take the fight down the road, but right now, according to Robert Easter, he wanted the fight. Dante, what you think about Tank versus Lomachenko? What's going on First Take? I talked about that a lot. I don't think that Gervonta Tank Davis is ready for the fight yet right now. At least according, and when I say that, I'm going off of what Floyd Mayweather said, and even Hasim Rockman. So if he's not, and not only that, but Tank himself, he said that that's a fight he wants down the line, not right now. So once again, I believe you got to give these fighters credit when they come out and they just say straight up, like, I want the fight down the road, So that's what it is. And if Lomachenko, but of course I think it would be a great fight. I think right now, just by them saying that, alone, you would have to give Loma the edge right now. So Yeah, I'm looking at the comment section right now. Dante, did you see the Ring Magazine pound for pound list? All I know is I thought, you guys correct me. I haven't seen it recently, but I was told that Ring Magazine, they have Golovkin as pound for pound #1, the best fighter in the world, which that tells you everything you need to know about the Ring Magazine. Let me see here. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know. This person who he's talking to, he says, so should we give Thurman credit for saying he wants to fight Spence in 2019? That's a complete different situation because Keith Thurman was here before Errol Spence was. You know what I mean? So when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis, it's what's his name? It's Lomachenko that's already considered pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world. When it comes to Keith Thurman, he's been pushing it. Keith Thurman, first he said that Errol Spence was ready in 2017. Now he's saying he'll fight him in 2019. So that's not apples and apples right there. Let me see what else you guys are talking about in the comment section. My man said, where would you have Golovkin? Where would you have him? I would have Golovkin somewhere at the bottom 10. I believe he deserves the bottom 10 spot. It's unfortunate that Golovkin, his biggest fight or his biggest two fights was against Danny Jacobs and Canelo Alvarez. And both of those fights, it's kind of like Canelo's, his biggest fights were against Mayweather, Trout, and Lara. And we all know that, outside of the Mayweather fight, the other two fights were controversial. A lot of people, including Robert Garcia, even trainer Robert Garcia said the Trout fight could have went either way. A lot of people thought that Canelo lost the Lara fight. So it's the same situation with Golovkin. If all of your biggest fights were razor thin fights that people believe could have went either way, then how high can you really put them on a pound for pound list? Yeah, man. So Reed, I'm looking at the comments right now. Yeah, like I said, once again, going back to the Tank situation, Floyd Mayweather himself, he basically said right now they not focused on that fight, basically implying that Tank at 22 is not ready for Lomachenko. So I say, once again, if you're not going to fight someone, come straight out, and just say, look, man. And this is what I think a lot of fighters should do, because fighters, they don't do this too often. When a lot of times when a fighter is, doesn't want to fight someone, they usually, use all these excuses. Oh, the guy, no one likes him. He's boring, or, it's not enough money, et cetera, et cetera. I think it's a better look when fighters just come flat out and say, hey, man, that guy is really good. And we're building up to that fight. We're going to fight eventually. Credit to Mikey Garcia. Mikey did say that would possibly be the most difficult fight, Robert Easter. Let me see. I'm reading the comments again. Just reading the comments, y'all. Let me see what you guys are talking about over here. Okay, so someone in the comment section, he said, Dante, how many fighters face better competition than Jacobs and Canelo last year? When you say face competition, you mean win or lose, or you just saying how many people have, the best names on their resume? Because we know Danny Jacobs, he fought against Gennady Golovkin. We know Canelo, he fought against Golovkin as well, and he fought against Chavez, right? So who are you comparing? I'm trying to figure out what your question is. Who are you comparing Jacobs and Canelo to? And what's your point you're making? Let me see what else. Mayweather fight was controversial too. Which Mayweather fight was controversial? And this is funny. You decals be getting yourself in trouble, man. I'm telling you, man. When y'all start comparing these fighters to Mayweather, you guys really get yourself in trouble. Who are you comparing to Mayweather? He said Mayweather fight was controversial too. Which fight? Let me scroll down. I want to get the answer to this. Hold on, y'all. Let me go ahead and scroll down. I want to get the answer to this right here. It's so funny how the decals, they have completely discredited Floyd Mayweather. For years, he was garbage. He was boring. He ain't nowhere near great and all this. And now every single fighter that the decaf actually supports, who do they often compare their favorite fighter to? They bring up Floyd Mayweather's name. Decafs, they are so easy to expose, man. It's crazy. It's so easy to expose a decaf. Once again, man, when you're basing things off of emotion, you leave yourself wide open for counters. Okay, the only one, so somebody answered the question. Another decaf answered the question to the dude, because he ain't replied yet. But he said the only fight that was controversial I know is the Castillo fight. And that would be my exact point. Floyd Mayweather came back and he beat Castillo in a rematch. So it ain't apples and apples, right? It's apples and rocks, if anything. There's no way you can sit over here and compare the fighters we talking about right now to Floyd Mayweather. How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? That's why I'm saying if you try to sit over here and let me see. Okay, I think this dude replied back. Let me see. He said I was talking about Mayweather Canelo fight. Wait. I was talking about Mayweather Canelo fight. Wait, but we're not talking about controversy based on somebody trying to rob Floyd Mayweather. We talking about controversy based on who people thought won the fight. You see how these decals talk? They don't make no damn logical sense. They don't make no logical sense. But once again, man, they will sit over here. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, you know what? I'll go ahead. I wasn't gonna take a call. I really just got on air so I could go ahead and talk about this Robert Easter news and Manny Pacquiao news. But somebody just asked, am I gonna take a call? I'll go ahead and take a call. Let's see what we can get. Let's see here. All right, we got 984. What's going on? What's your name? Where you calling from, man? Oh, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, bro. 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I think I got my let me see here. Oh, I didn't take you off of mute. Okay, 984, you there?
What's up, man? It's Dwayne Beeman.
Hey, what's going on? The champion is in the building. What's going on? The IBO Intercontinental Champion, man. Hey, so how's it going over there? You already you already in the building when it comes to Sergey Lipinets, right? You over there in the training camp?
Yeah. I was there today, and I sort of go back every now and then with my coach because we had got one of our fighters, our spot is brought in for camp.
Okay.
So it was cool, man. It was cool to see it. Watch Lipinets and everything, see how he looking. Mm-hmm. And everything. And, I had the pleasure of seeing both of them spar,
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You was just over at Mikey's camp, too.
Yeah, I was over there with Robert Garcia for a little bit, and I seen Mikey spar. So I got to see both of them work and everything. And I think it's going to be an interesting fight, man. But it is a significant size difference, though.
It's a significant.
It is.
What's the size difference, the height and everything?
Or Mikey just bigger than him. You can just see it. I've been standing right beside Mikey, and I stood right beside Lipness, and it's just a size different, man. Even though like Mikey's back, you know what I'm saying? Mikey's back is wider. Everything's just a bigger guy, man.
Oh, okay.
But I can tell you what, Surgery show he had some quick feet, and he gonna have to use them, man. So, but I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be pretty tough for Surgery, man.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing about you, Dwayne. You don't never bite your tongue. You always speak.
No, I'm gonna keep it honest, man. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it honest. No matter what, like, ain't nothing. I mean, go ahead.
No, is he sparring? Is he sparring with guys the same height, like the same kind of a similar reach when it comes to Mikey Garcia, or what?
What bothered me about who he's sparring is a lot of his sparring partners are moving backwards a lot, and that's not Mikey's, man. Mikey ain't moving backwards that much like that, you know. That was my only issue, but he got some tough guys that kind of mimic Mikey's size. Even our guy that we have there, I guess I can't say his name, so I'm just not gonna say his name. But even our fighter's guy, he's there. He don't kind of fight like Mikey either, but he throws a good amount of punches. So maybe that's why they brought him in for the consistency. But that was it, man. Like I think it's gonna be something though. It's gonna be a good little fight, but. I see the two preparations. I saw both of them little preparations, and I kind of know how the fight gonna go.
And when I will say, I mean, Mikey, he did move a lot in the Orlando Salido fight. That was one of the fights, because he does have good foot movement, you know. Mikey,
yeah. Mikey, the beauty about Mikey is he got his range, man. He's great with range. Because he can smother your punches, but won't smother his own punches. He's very good at that, man. Very good at that.
Absolutely. Hey.
But I did want to talk about this whole ducking thing, man. I hear the casual fan side of things, like people that's not in boxing, and I see the media guys like you. I see y'all side of things about ducking and everything. I can give y'all a more perspective about boxers, the truth about ducking and not ducking and stuff like this. All right, here's the deal. You, as a boxer, you can get any fight you want. I don't care what anybody say. If you want to get the fight done, the fight can get done. So if there's fights that are not being made and y'all demanding certain fights, and it's not being made, it's two reasons. One of the parties do not want the fight, or they are trying to, Mayweather gave everybody a blueprint that everybody think they can follow that blueprint. But there's only one Mayweather. So everybody thinking, oh, okay, if I stall it out, maybe I can make more if the fight get built up more. You know, but in that time of y'all building up the fight, y'all not fighting good fighters. You know, and that's why people don't respect what they doing. So that's why, I mean, like, if they were building it up fighting like good, like a lot of these guys that y'all want to see fight, if they was building it up fighting guys that we know we ain't going to watch and say they're gonna win, and then, you know, then we'll respect it more. So you have to respect what Floyd was doing, but even though Floyd was building up the whole Pacquiao fight,
but let me just interject real quick, Dwayne. But the difference with Floyd is Floyd actually agreed to fight Manny Pacquiao way in 2008, and that's something else people forgetting. It was actually Pacquiao that turned down that fight. So, you know,
yeah. But remember what I was saying. Remember what I was saying about one of the parties. Now it could have been that too. You know, I don't know, but it could have been one of the, like you said. You know a little more insight, because I did hear about the Pacquiao turning down the fight, but y'all gotta remember, Aaron runs Pacquiao. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Aaron runs Pacquiao.
But I have the interview, Dwayne, and I'm just saying I have the interview with Freddie Roach, where he actually admits, and I'll send you that. I'll text you that later on. But Freddie Roach, he actually said in the interview that it was Manny Pacquiao's fault that the fight didn't happen. He said it was his fault. He said it was because of the drug test. And then in that same interview, Dwayne, he said, I believe that that even that Bob Arum, to your point as well, Bob Arum, he wanted that to be Manny Pacquiao's last fight. That's what he said. So he said, so all in the same sentence or paragraph or the same interview, he said it was Manny Pacquiao's fault and it was Bob Arum's fault. So I'm just saying, So with the Floyd, they've been pushing that narrative for so long on us, though. It's easy for us to regurgitate it, though. Dwayne, it's easy for us to easily.
I never seen that interview, so that's even cooler. But I was I was just saying that I felt like if it was a build up, it was successful because look how much they made off it.
Yeah. It marinated, and no doubt about it. No doubt about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody trying to copy that routine, like they as big as Mayweather and Pacquiao, but they're not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're not. They're gonna make the same amount they make now if they fight them later. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, nothing's gonna change.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's gonna change.
Yeah,
and my whole deal, and one comment I've been seeing up here, people talking about y'all trying to wait till Lomo get old. Y'all wasn't saying that about Mayweather.
Mm-hmm.
When he was older and he fighting guys, y'all didn't give him that excuse. If he had lost a fight, y'all would have never brought up his age.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
Yeah.
So don't try to use it now. Like, dude, if Tank fight him now or Tank fight him 3 years from now, it doesn't matter. Lomachenko should still be okay. He still should be. If he's as great as Mayweather as people act like he is, he should be okay. We should be able to be fighting really good at 35, 36, 37.
Yeah. Absolutely. And once again, I mean, and there's no guarantee that they're still going to even fight them guys, even later on, though. I mean, because once again, on top of what I said about Floyd, because we got this decaf in the comment section. Like I said, he's saying it's the Floyd Mayweather blueprint. But that's why I cleared that up, because it's not a Floyd Mayweather blueprint, because the difference is Floyd actually agreed to all of Manny Pacquiao's demands. He agreed to all of Pacquiao's demands in that fight. And I don't know, something else people don't remember is after the first negotiations, I don't know if you recall, Floyd Mayweather came back 2 more times and he offered Manny Pacquiao a fight. He even called up Manny Pacquiao. And that was when Pacquiao said something like, Floyd Mayweather said, I'll offer you $40 million. I'll give you $40 million to take the fight. And Manny Pacquiao said 50-50, and he just hung up on Floyd Mayweather. Floyd was calling him up to make the fight. And then it was before the Marquez fight where Floyd tried to make that fight. I remember when Floyd was about to come back on the 2-year layoff, and he was going to fight Marquez, Floyd Mayweather said in the interview when he was training for Marquez, he said, we could pay Marquez some step-aside money, and we could do the Manny Pacquiao fight right now. And Bob Arum, I put this on my videos too. Bob Arum, or Top Rank, they sent out a statement and they said, we're not going that direction right now with Floyd Mayweather. We're going to take, this was another occasion. They said, we're going to take the Marquez fight. I think it was the 3rd or the 4th time. I think it was when he got knocked out by Marquez. So like I said, if you're trying to compare, Mikey Garcia's situation, Mikey didn't agree to all of Robert Easter's terms. And Robert Easter said, okay, nah, man, I ain't taking no drug test, or nah this and nah that. According to Robert Easter said, I don't care what the money is. I don't care where we fight. I wanted the fight, so I'm just talking to this decaf and the people who try to, put that out there. But Dwayne, you on the other hand, why are you so different when it comes to these fighters? Why are you willing to fight, these guys? Talk about that, how they say it's a business move, Dwayne, to not fight the best or fight a guy who you think you could beat as opposed to someone who's undefeated and looks a little bit more dangerous. Talk about that, Dwayne. Dwayne, you there? Okay, I think I just lost Dwayne. Did I lose Dwayne? Oh, hold on. My bad. I don't know why it just switched to mute. Go back. Start over.
Okay.
Go back, Dwayne.
Yeah. Well, my situation is different, and I'm gonna be honest about me. Is it's why I'm in the sport though. Like a lot of these guys get into the sport, and when they get a little recognition, they are searching for the cash. They're searching for the cash. So they only trying to take fights that are business, uh, straight business. Me, I'm the reason I'm trying to fight the best and be the best because I was from that era. I saw that I want to be the baddest man. Like, and then especially now they got pound for pound lists and stuff, so I don't have to. It's not like I'm ever gonna fight a heavyweight or nothing like that. But now they have pound for pound lists and all that stuff like that. I want to be I want to be the best.
Yeah.
So of course that's the reason I'm driven by that. I want to be like the best boxer that I can be, and I want to beat the best guys. So I mean, and every boxer has that same dream, but it's just the way they go about doing it, you know. And I hate it, man. I hate to say this. Florida is so much good for the sport, but he also hurt it too, man.
Yeah.
Because like when I listen, like even when I was at other gyms, I can hear guys talk, man. I can listen to them, and they'll try to talk about being something that they don't even work hard enough to be.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How you gonna try to be Florida? You don't even work hard enough as Florida, or even try to put yourself out there to do it, man. It's crazy.
But
man.
see that's one. But to a certain extent, I see what you're saying. But but once again, the thing is when it comes to Floyd, and I just seen a video today, and I was going to put it on my Instagram. But I just seen a video today of a whole bunch of clips of Floyd Mayweather before he was, Money Mayweather, before he was the cash cow. He's calling out everybody. He like, I want Nassim Hamed. I want Costa Zoo. Or I want Shane Mosley. I want Stevenson. I forgot his first name, but he's like, I want Stevenson. He wanted everyone. So once again, my point is the difference. See, they try to, but like I said, they try to make it seem like Floyd was ducking everybody and he was just waiting around to fight people. But the difference is,
I never like hearing that ducking thing.
But he was fighting them. Yeah, and he was fighting them and he was beating them. And a lot of times they were guys that was bigger than him. So like I said, that's the difference. I think they tried to do that with. I think like the media, they tried to build even Golovkin, for example. They tried to build him. I think they wanted, him to be the new Floyd Mayweather when it come to cash cow status, just with the, with the right complexion for the protection, So that's what they wanted to do originally. But once again, people got to realize you got to beat the people that you like people that you willing to fight, Dwayne, right? I mean, you got to beat these guys.
Yeah.
You ain't going to just, you ain't going to be big without fighting nobody. It's not. It's not gonna happen.
But I'm saying, be honest with you, but fans have been praising guys that been fighting nobody
because they want them. They want them to stay undefeated. That's because they want them to stay undefeated. Their favorite fighters.
They want to stay undefeated.
They rather them not fight anyone. That's why, like I said, they don't have a problem when Golovkin fight Willie Monroe. Nobody is complaining. Nobody is saying, why is he fighting this bum? And they happy he fighting Willie Monroe. They happy he's fighting Dominic Wade because to them, they looking at that like, oh, as long as it's a guarantee my guy keep winning, I'm cool. Just don't put him in there where he may lose that O. That's what a lot of fans are saying, man.
And so speaking of that, I'm gonna quote Abel Sanchez, Triple G coach. We had a conversation, me, my promoter, and him had a real conversation about, I want to fight Carlos. I want to fight Carteres. Like, I mean, how can we make that happen? And he told me straight up, we will not step in the ring with you until the fans demand it. I know it's an opportunity for you to fight my guy right now, but we're not doing that. Yeah. We're not gonna do that until we had no choice.
Until we had no choice.
I mean, that's how they had no choice, and that's how the boxing done kind of came to it, man. The boxing is like that, man. It's about if a guy's got choices, like Inoue right now, man. Like Inoue fighting guys that's ranked lower than me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like he's purposely doing it. He's picking the guy right underneath me every time, or two spots underneath me. And it's hilarious, you know. But you see it, man. If they got options, man, why take the risk? And that's how it's gonna be.
Yeah,
I don't stop getting mad at it. I don't stop getting mad at it about all that stuff, and I just start saying, look, I'm just gonna be whooping everybody's ass until I get a shot. I'm gonna just
the countdown to the Beeman beatdown. You know,
yeah, man. I don't even care no more, man. And you already know a little more insight. You already know what deals I turned down. You already know.
Yeah. And
because I did what's best for me. I did to make the opportunity for me to get to stay active. I don't want to sit on the shelf like these other fighters, man. I don't, man. And it's just too many. It's too many shows now.
And let me let me once again just let everybody know you guys are listening to the IBO Intercontinental Super Flyweight Champion, undefeated, my man Dwayne Beeman. Matter of fact, Dwayne, tell him about he a knockout artist, guys. This guy right here, he comes forward and he done beat a lot of real big names in amateurs. I'm talking about big names, but we're gonna talk about that on another date. But you guys will be surprised the guys that he actually beat in the amateurs. You know, so yeah man. But anyway, man, tell them about that date you got.
See, I see the pitch. I see the picture you got up right there. That's the fight. That's the picture that I can't get no fight. So
that picture messed it all up.
Nah, the promoters tell me straight up. They was like even when I went to on Sergey Limpin's gym today. His head coach Bobby, he's head coach McGirt. Buddy McGirt. Buddy McGirt. I forgot his Buddy McGirt. I'm sorry.
Buddy McGirt.
And his other coach, and his other head coach. When I walked in there was like, what in the world, man? Like there was like, when Tyson got here, so they was like joking at my physique, and then and then he was like, is he what is he? And I was like, oh, I'm a super flyweight. It was like, what the hell? That's the biggest super flyweight I ever seen. And I was like, Lord, man. But the gyms talk. All the gyms talk. So when they start saying that, they're going to start talking like, oh, he's so big, and then they're going to avoid me saying, oh, no, he's too big and stuff like that. It's, you know, man, boxing is crazy, man. It's crazy.
No doubt, man. I mean, you definitely messed it up with that picture, man. You messed it up with the picture for sure, man.
That picture's pretty bad, man. I didn't put that up there. I don't know who put that up there. I don't know who be doing the boxing stuff, man.
You in this picture looking like a full-blown welterweight. You know,
I know.
Yeah. So
I know. I can't take it back. But to answer the fans, I'm sorry. I've been seeing some of the comments. To answer the fans, I fight February 16th. It's in Tijuana, Mexico. Under my new banner, Bosteca Promotions. Christine Corella. She worked along with Canelo. So I got a great team, man. I have a great team, great manager, great team, man. And since I'm up here, I do want to say something to boxers. I be seeing some of the comments people are saying they are boxers. Boxers, look for the best opportunity for you. I want to give some advice to some of the boxers out there, man. I was offered a lot of deals, with HBO, Mayweather Promotions, Top Rank, Golden Boy, like little deals, and if you really break down a lot of stuff, make sure that stuff is going, is right for you. Make sure it's going right for you guys. Like at the end of the day, it don't matter about trying to be on the biggest stage you can fight on, because if they ain't doing right by you, you'll find yourself sitting around for a whole year, and then they're gonna throw you in a big fight. Look what happened to Nicholas Walter. You know, he's a prime example. That's somebody I can think of off the top of my head. People have to understand that you have to look at what's best for you, what you want to get accomplished in this sport. And you can be 4 things in the sport. You can be a superstar. You can be a journeyman. You can be a money guy. That's basically, yeah. You know, there's a bunch of ways. There's a bunch of things you can be, and you just decide what you want to be and find out what's best deal for you. But just because the promotion team has a big name, that don't mean you got to go with a big name. Because there's a lot of money team fighters that don't got no money. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Hey, man.
But yeah.
Great advice, family. I appreciate you calling in, man. Hey, let them know where they can follow you, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, follow me at Bane_Beeman. I guess I'll write it down in the thing. Please follow me. You know what I mean?
Let me see. I'm gonna try to put the link in the description box right now. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wrote it.
Okay. Oh, you put it down already? Okay.
I think I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So yeah, y'all can follow me, man. I'm always gonna be honest with y'all, man. No matter what. I'm just one of those honest fighters, man, to put stuff out there, and I'm gonna try to change the game a little bit. I'm gonna show people, like with Dante help and other people, like I done got attention from a lot of social medias, man, and right now they rank me as like one of the 2008. They said 2018 upcoming fighters to look out for, so they put me on that list. So that was cool.
That was real nice, man. And I just put I put your link in the comment section right now, your Instagram. So so y'all could go.
Thank you.
Y'all,
and I'm just
y'all can follow him right there, guys. The link is in the comment section, y'all. So man.
and I'm gonna try to give y'all guys an inside look on what we do, like contract signings and trying to get fights and weigh-ins and little things like that y'all might not see, that these people always try to hide from you guys. I'm gonna try to give that to you because at the end of the day, it's all about the fans. Yeah. We won't make jack if we want for y'all. So if y'all want to see something like in the middle, in the Sugar Ray Leonard era and stuff like that, I think they knew that. That's why all them champions were fighting each other back to back, because they knew it.
Yeah, they
knew it.
Yeah, man.
They knew it. They knew that they cannot make it without the fans, and I think we lost that somewhere. And it's about pleasing the fans. It's about pleasing the fans. That's why I want to fight the best guys and go after the best guys. And I guarantee, like even with my promoter, there's a guy that's I think he's like, I forgot his record, but he's not that good. And he's just been calling me out, and contacting my promoter and all that stuff. And I told my promoter, no, man. Yeah. I beat him. My fans ain't going to respect that. I said, give me nothing but the good guys. I don't want nobody weak.
Yeah.
Don't want nobody weak.
I hear you.
So,
once again, you guys, y'all heard it from the champion, the undefeated IBO Intercontinental Champion, Dwayne Beeman. Hey, good looking out, family. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up over here, man. But I catch up with you when you get back in the studio, all right, man?
No doubt, man. And thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for following Dante Bossa Nation, man. He's a great guy, man. Like, honestly, guys, like, even the decals that he be talking about, understand this man is he's a great guy, man. If you ever have a real conversation with him, talk to the guy. He's a great guy, man, and
good looking family.
He really up the par. He really up the par about and he loved the sport. So if anybody don't, like, even when I listen, when I see the people that you be talking about, because you was on fire tonight, Dante. Even when I see you talk about even the people that make comments that I just don't agree with, thank you. I still want to say thank you, because at the end of the day, you still spreading the word of a sport that I love.
Absolutely.
People. Yeah, man.
Well, they here with us. They came to the club.
You could be anywhere.
Yeah, they came to the club we throwing. The club that we got popping over here. The club we got open. They came. They paid admission, sat down, and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So that's what I'm saying. It's all love, man. It's all
day.
All
day. Yep. But that's what, and I second that emotion, man. No doubt about it. We talk about the decals, but at the end of the day, we got love for them, and we gonna get them the help that they need. The help that they need and deserve.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it's education. That's all it is. But yep. So hey, all right, man. I'm gonna let you go, family.
All right, guys.
All right.
Take care.
All right, y'all guys heard it from my man, Dwayne Beeman. Once again, that's the undefeated super flyweight IBO Intercontinental Champion. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take one more call, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. So we have somebody I don't know, calling from Google Hangout, or is that anonymous? What's going on, man?
Yo, I just wanted to call in and talk about the first fight on the docket.
Okay.
Called in. My name T. People know me by Scorsese, Low Play State. I'll be all up. I ain't never get to call you, but I've been watching you for a minute. You've been doing your thing for a long time on the YouTube.
Appreciate
and it's appreciated. But what I appreciate the most, what you're doing right here, unlike some channels, you recognizing a real fight.
Mm-hmm.
Adonis Stevenson versus Badu Jack is,
man.
I'm gonna say it's the best fight to make in 2018.
Yeah.
I don't know why Showtime has given a budget to Mikey Garcia versus a cherry pick and saying, "Oh, fourth division champion." Nobody cares. That's why they need to kind of take those weights from 135 back to 147 so they can quit playing around like that.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be doing that if you had to jump and do all that real stuff. They wouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. And go ahead. No, go ahead. You finish.
And secondly, another Garcia that they giving dates to fight Brandon Rios, but they haven't given a date to Adonis Stevenson and Badu Jack. Do y'all not know how hard Badu Jack is working?
Excellent
Man,
point.
come on, Badu Jack done fought Darrell, Groves, Butte, what's his name? The Gale, back to back. This is the best resume of the 2 years in a row. It's the best resume that people done put together in the boxing. It's one of the best. These are all current or former champions the man been in the ring with.
Yeah.
You got Adonis Stevenson, a former fighter of the year, a guy that Kovalev literally called out and avoided factually.
Yep.
Called out, got a first bid, avoided. And Showtime is sitting over here praising Danny Garcia, praising Mikey Garcia, who took a 3-year break on the boxing fan. He tells you no at every turn and then try to go explain himself. We don't want to hear your explanation, bro. We want to see the fight.
And that's, once again, man, and like I said, these fans, who keep trying to make all these excuses for why, we getting the Mikey Garcia, Sergey Lipinets fight, which is a good fight. I will say it's a good fight, but like to your point, like you just said, I mean, Adonis Stevenson versus Badu Jack, there's no doubt about it. That fight is going to be candidate of fight of the year. There's no doubt about it. You know what I mean? If you watched Adonis versus Top Dog Williams, that was one of the best fights right there. And like you said, with Badu Jack, all of his fights, he giving blood, sweat, and tears. So, and then you got the fact that Adonis, is arguably top 2, if not number 1, the best lightweight right now, or light heavyweight, so yeah, it would seem that would make all the sense in the world, that he would get the same type of treatment. And that's what we're mainly talking about right now. He would get the same type of treatment.
Lineal champ.
That Mikey Garcia or Danny Garcia is getting.
Lineal champion 5 years running.
Mm-hmm.
And you can pray. Look, I get it. Mikey Garcia fought Adrian Broner, but I'm at the point where Adrian Broner is, man, you got to man up and make yourself mean something. So Mikey Garcia fights Adrian Broner. And, if I compare Garcia to Adonis Stevenson, first I look at Adonis Stevenson and say, okay, y'all can talk about his opponent, but one thing you can't do during a 3-year layoff is lose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can't lose an upset. So don't tell me you got Mikey Garcia on your pound for pound list.
Hey, you got,
when this man
and
3 years off his.
Hold on real quick, bro. There's a decaf in the comment section. I want this dude to call in. I want him to call in, but I know he won't call in because he knows that if he calls in, he's going to end up, getting confronted with too much damn truth. And he wants to keep, just spreading stuff, doing little walk-bys in the chat room. So this dude, Bone, I want this dude, Bone, to call in. And if you call in, I'll go ahead and open the phone lines for you. Well, the phone lines are already open, but I'll make sure I'll put you on top of the line, on top of the list right now. But go ahead, bro. You can continue. You could go ahead and continue.
He's talking about the activity, like I was just saying. You see Garcia come back and they throw him at number 4 pound for pound. I'm like, bro, do you remember back in 2013, Garcia and Adonis Stevenson was name by name with each other on the pound for pound list. Adonis Stevenson was just the fighter of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, 2014, excuse me. He was just the fighter of the year in 13, both on the pound for pound. Mikey Garcia takes 3 years off. He gets a damn win over Dejan's Latichin, and that has not beat a soul. He hasn't beaten anyone of note. Mikey Garcia knocks him out, and people say, throw him back on the pound for pound list. I'm like, bro, well, why are names like Adonis Stevenson? Why is Badu Jack not on your pound for pound list? Why these names ain't there? Y'all don't respect what it is to be out here putting in this work and pleasing y'all. If somebody look, Adonis Stevenson is 5 years running the lineal champion. He is period. If you want some, you know where to go get it. But instead, people want to look. I respect that Kovalev and Ward had to happen, but Kovalev thought Ward was an easier opponent. He was thinking, I cannot get punched, I can't get hurt. I'm not going to fight that puncher over there. I'm going to get some credit. Ward been off. He's probably out of his prime, and they dicked around boxing. But boxing fans, y'all keep allowing this shit, man. And what's all that's happening in the record book is Adonis Stevenson's lineal championship run is just raining on, just running on. And the only person that's willing to challenge that has been Badu Jack, and I ain't got nothing but respect for both of them fight. I'm not even lying. 2 of my favorite all-time fighters right there, man. I called in to the Boxing Voice, I believe, when Darrell versus Jack was done. And I said, you guys are always talking about black fighters don't fight other prime black fighters. But I said, this fight right here is happening.
That's what they said?
Young, hungry lion.
They said that on the Boxing Voice?
No, it's just like rhetoric, not just them alone. You know, just the public rhetoric that people like to point with Mayweather. They don't fight prime black fighters, but when they happen, you don't support them. And Badu Jack goes on to go on a run 2 years straight where he's fought anybody and everybody, and no respect given. You giving his dates to these clown ass fighters that's willing to take years off.
Of course,
who's in his
but it's just so many. But like I said, though, man, there's so many contradictions, and and it's so easy to break that down when you talk about the whole black fighters thing. People forget, man, that Floyd Mayweather, when he fought Shane Mosley was the number 1. He was considered the number 1 welterweight in the world. Like I said, that's no different than if you're watching football. If you going up against the number 1 seed, what better team is out there? You know what I mean? You going against the number 1 seed at the time. Floyd Mayweather was in there with, and that's the name I was trying to think of, Stevie Johnson. If you guys remember Stevie Johnson, remember him? Back in the day, he was one of the best fighters, and he was a black fighter. Floyd Mayweather called him out. Floyd Mayweather called out Casamayor. He called out a tons of fighters. Fought Sean Bay Mitchell, fought Zab Judah when Zab was a serious, a big deal. So yeah, man. Once again, that's no different than saying Floyd Mayweather runs in the ring when they will stand there, when they will sit there and actually literally watch him stand in front of a dude 15, 20 pounds bigger and still say he runs. Because once again, it's therapeutic just to have something negative to say. Because what that comes down to is they want to call him something else, but they'll just call him a runner, because that protects them from looking like something that they really are at the end of the day. So that's what that comes down to. But hey, bro, I gotta wrap it up, bro. I gotta go ahead and get to another one, man, and wrap it up, man.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. But you have a good one. Call back in, all right, man, on Sunday. We'll be doing a radio show on Sunday, all right, man?
I got you.
All right, man. Take care, man. So, so anyway, guys. I wanted to see what I'm saying? You see how all of a sudden I tell the decaf to call in, and now he's not posting comments anymore? See, this is what I'm talking about. They know that if they call in, that they're going to have to hear something that logically makes sense. Because, see, when you congregating with a whole bunch of other decafs, y'all could just sit over there, talk together, and because y'all in the same gang. So it don't matter if you right or you wrong. Y'all going to ride with each other, and it's going to make you feel good. You got that Band-Aid on you like super tough, right? And it's healing the pain when you're sitting over there congregating with a whole bunch of decafs. This is what they do, guys. This is what they do. Like if a group of guys sitting over here, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that damn Mayweather. Oh yeah, he's boring. Yeah, that's right, man. He's boring. Yeah. Oh, and he runs. They could be sitting over here watching a fight where he backing up Canelo and they still looking at each other like he still run, right? Oh yeah, of course he still run. We got to stick to our damn agenda. You know, we got to stick to the narration that we've been pushing since day one. You know, we can't back off of it now. Because then we're going to look like some damn fools if we, you know, how are we going to explain why we don't like the man if we got to turn around and say, you know what, guys, now that we watching this Canelo fight, he's actually backing up Canelo. They ain't going to do that. They got to stick to that damn agenda, you know? So, yeah, okay, go ahead, call in. Okay, 619. Okay, I'm waiting for you to call in, bro. He said he going to call in. Decaf said he going to call in. Go ahead and call in, man. I'm waiting for this dude to call in. Let me see here. All right, so guys, yeah, so anyway, I'm waiting for this dude to call in right now. I'm patiently waiting right now. All right, man, you ain't called in yet, but I'm waiting though. Anyway, let me go ahead and see what else is going on in the comment section. I'm about to wrap it up, but I want to go ahead and take this call before you know, and you know, in real talk, don't be afraid to call in, bro, because you know, we gonna talk boxing and it's gonna be with respect. Shouts out to my moderators. Shouts out to my man Rio Amon, one of my moderators holding it down in the comment section. He said, "Don't hurt him with too much logic, Dante." No, man, it's all good. We gonna get him the help that he need. We gonna get him the help he deserves. Shout out to my moderators. My man Brand Thomas. That's what it is. Yes, sir. Let me see if he called. He ain't called in yet. Okay. Still waiting for you, Bone. Still waiting for you, Bone. You holding up the show, man. You said you was gonna call in. It's on you. Yeah, what jail felony say? I can give it to you, but what you gonna do with it? Yes, sir. Okay, he ain't calling in. Anyway, yeah, man. So, guys, we pretty much touched on everything. So for everyone just tuning in, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, Robert Easter. According to Robert Easter, he says he doesn't care about money. He said he don't care what the money was, what it is. He said he doesn't care where the fight is. He wanted to fight Mikey Garcia, responding to what Mikey Garcia said, because once again, Mikey Garcia, he said the money wasn't worth fighting Robert Easter. And Robert Easter just said in return, that's a lame excuse. This is what Robert Easter said. So, you know, this is no hit and dig. All right. So Bone called in. Let's go ahead and take this call. All right, let's go ahead and take this call. All right, 619, what's going on, Bone? You on the line. Hello?
What's up, big dog?
What's going on, man? So, all right, man. So let's go ahead and go ahead.
What up? What it do?
Yeah, tell me what you disagree with. What did I say that you disagree with?
Nothing.
You don't disagree with anything I said?
What? Mikey deserves to get paid. That's it. Bottom line.
Oh yeah, no, but okay. Look, I agree with you on that.
And if it's big money, it's big money. Let it be big money.
Absolutely.
Why not? Mayweather's bottom right.
Absolutely. Hold on. Okay, let's just stick with the first point. You just said Mikey, he deserves to get big money. He deserves to get paid. I agree with you. You're right. Mikey Garcia, he deserves to get, you know, big money and get paid. So let me once again read to you what Robert Easter just said. Robert Easter said, I wanted the fight. It was serious on my side. I don't care where. I don't care how much or none of that. So if he doesn't care how much money he's getting, doesn't that mean he's going to actually give Mikey Garcia exactly how much Mikey wants?
You know what, man? We're not behind the scenes, dog. I mean, that's up to the promoter.
No, we're not talking about behind the scenes. This is not behind the scenes. This is what this is what I'm saying. If what Robert Easter just said is accurate, which is no reason to lie about something like that. Let's just say, if this is true, that Robert is saying, this is not behind the scenes. We're not speculating. This is coming from the horse's mouth. So if Robert is saying, I don't care where, I don't care how much, doesn't that mean, if that's true, doesn't that mean Mikey would get what he wants when it comes to the larger share of the pie or the largest slice of the pie?
Well, we gotta see what Mikey says, because I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't jump on that.
I'm asking you, isn't that what that would mean? Because I'm just saying, that's what you started off with saying. He deserves big money, and I'm saying I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you. Mikey Garcia does deserve, the money that he wants. And I'm saying, according to Robert Easter, he's saying that he's going to give him that money that he wants. So I mean, it's no different than when Floyd Mayweather, when he fought against Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya wanted all the money. He wanted damn near 80% of the money. Floyd Mayweather gave him.
You got to remember who schooled Mayweather. Oscar De La Hoya. That's where Mayweather got his game. I mean, the money game. It's all about the money.
I know. No, absolutely.
Mayweather ain't gonna share no money. Mayweather wouldn't share no money. That'd be dumb of him to share the money now. It's the name that sells.
But
Garcia sells more than Easter.
Yeah,
bottom line.
But what are you trying to say that Mikey Garcia and Floyd Mayweather have in common, though?
The name sells, bro. You know it. Come on now.
Of course, I agree with you. The name does sell. So once again, if the name sells, and Robert Easter, he's submitting to that name, he's submitting to the demands of Mikey Garcia, and he's saying, you know what? Yeah, you got the name, so you know what? I don't care how much money I make, because you got the name, Mikey. So if that's the case, then there's really no reason not to make the fight, though, right? If that is the case, right?
It'll happen. Easter. And I mean, what does Easter want? Is he willing to come to Cali to fight, to Vegas, or what?
Robert Easter's, once again, like I said, you got to remember what Robert just said. He just said, it was serious on my side. I don't care where. He said, I don't care where. He said, I don't care how much or none of that. This is what I mean when I say we can't use these excuses. And I want to say this because Mikey Garcia.
Somebody's going to stop Easter. Somebody's going to stop Easter. His own people are going to stop him. His promoters going to knock him.
But now you're going off of speculation. But bro, you can't go off of speculation. We have to go what's being said, because if we just making stuff up, I know.
How was Robert going to offer the money? He ain't got the money to offer. How was Robert offering the money then?
What's that?
Who is he? He ain't got the money.
Wait, but
that's speculation as well.
But he didn't offer any money. He said he'll take whatever is offered to him. So he didn't offer.
So
he ain't offering any money.
If it's a $500,000 purse and he's willing to give it all to Mikey, that ain't nothing.
But what do you mean?
What's the purse gonna be?
Yeah, but once again, if a person says I'll take anything, why do you think the Sergey Lipinets fight is being made right now? It's being made because Sergey. Because it's getting made because Sergey is willing to take the least amount. And this is what Mikey Garcia even said. Mikey Garcia said that, I don't think that, certain fighters are going to be willing to take the least amount, et cetera, et cetera. But once again, you have Robert Easter who's saying, I will take, I don't care how much. That's how these fighters get the big slice of the pie. One fighter has to say, okay, to make this fight, I'm gonna take the small slice of the pie. That's how the other person gets the purse that they actually want. That's how they get the split that they actually want. So that's how that works, man. So anyway,
I hear you, Dante.
And so,
but, I mean, you got to know, Garcia's a big name. Why do you think Easter's saying his name?
I agree with you.
On that time,
I agree with that. I don't disagree with you. Mikey is a big name. So once again, he's a big name. He's a good draw. He's a big draw.
So he's not going to listen to somebody to tell him what to do, who to fight.
Who's telling him what to do?
Of course,
who's telling him what to do?
He wants to make a name for himself. He wants to get up there. He's not dodging nobody. He'll get there. He can wait in line.
Okay, hold on. But you kind of making excuses that Mikey is not even making himself. You saying he's not going to, listen to someone else. Once again, Robert Easter said, I will, whatever you want. I just want to fight. That's all he's asking. He's not asking for money. He's not asking for a location. He ain't asking for some ridiculous stipulation. He's not like, what's his name? BJ Saunders or Jeff Horn asking for $4 or $5 million. He's not doing that. He's not pricing himself out. He's doing the opposite. So, but anyway, man. All right, man. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. But seriously, I do appreciate you calling in. And huh? What's up?
Nah, don't be mad at me. You don't gotta.
Oh no. Well, listen.
And I support you all the way, dog. I watched the show. I love the show. Ego ain't got nothing on you, dog. I mean,
no. I appreciate it, but and I'm just being real with you because I don't bite my tongue. I'm gonna call people decafs if I feel that you basing stuff on emotion that's not really adding up. But don't take it personal though. You see as you called in, as you called in.
Real, though.
I didn't attack you personally or anything though, right? What's up?
He still wants to fight with Garcia. All he's got to do is keep bumping his gums. I mean, that's
absolutely.
all he's got to do. Keep calling him out, disrespecting him. Bronner did it. Start disrespecting him. Start calling him names. Get Mikey mad enough, he'll get him.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. I mean, the way you get to these fighters, is you continue to win. You continue to win. And eventually, people are going to start putting enough pressure on you to where you're going to either have to fight them or you're going to end up moving up and weight and vacating, which is, something we've seen fighters do before as well. Yep. So, but hopefully the fight gets made. But anyway, hey, man, once again, thanks for calling in. Hey, you can always call in, and we're going to have a good conversation with respect. You see how we still had this conversation with respect, though, right, man?
For sure. Thanks for calling me out. Much love over here in Cali. We love you over here.
I appreciate you, family. I appreciate you, for real. That's for real, man. So have a good one, man. Have a good one. So, yeah, so that was a good conversation we had. Like I said, guys, once again, I want people to understand that Robert Easter, he just said, and this is no diss towards Mikey Garcia, because it's really the fans in the comment section. You guys are like the ones that's trying to make Mikey Garcia look bad, and you guys don't even realize it. A lot of people are thinking that they actually trying to help him. Y'all talking crazy. I just looked at the comment section right now. What'd he say? Yeah, he said they talking about what level of decaf. Yeah, he said, can we get the super D? Can we throw him in the super decaf section? What did he say? Good looking out, my man. My man Rio, one of my moderators. Shout out to Rio donating in the super chat section. He said, can we put him in the super decaf category now? Oh, man. And like I said, man, I got love for my decafs. You see me, I'm always rocking these shirts. I'm always supporting y'all. I'm always plugging y'all. Look at this shirt. Can y'all see this shirt? Let me see. Y'all see that? It takes a nation of 1 million decafs to hold me back. That's what the shirts say. But yeah, man. And hashtag decaf busters. We got them shirts over here. Yeah, I have them on the website, because I got to go ahead and have them all on display so you guys could check them all out. But yeah, man. Anyway. But yeah. So like I said, anybody, you want to call in, you could definitely call in. No, I don't, Anthony. And if you can help me out with that, you could go ahead and email me at Dante'sBoxingNation@gmail.com. Yeah, but you know what? And my man who just called in, he said, much love, Dante. I do appreciate that. Like I said, everybody calling my man a decaf. It is what it is. Like I said, I got love for my decafs. I got love for y'all. Y'all can always call in. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to have a conversation. And this is the thing, man. I'm going to always talk facts. I'm not going to hit you with no speculation. I'm not going to hit you with no assumptions. I'm going to quote what people said. This is why, once again, when people try to say, oh, well, you know, Floyd Mayweather did the same thing. No, I actually have the smoking gun. I actually have the proof that Floyd Mayweather did no such thing. Floyd Mayweather, by way of contrast, he was the one that agreed to all of Manny Pacquiao's demands. So like I said, a lot of these fans, they love to throw Floyd Mayweather's name out there. But once again, we have proof. Freddie Roach himself said that it was Manny Pacquiao's fault that he didn't take the fight. What's going on to everybody in the comment section? Gotcha. But I'll wait for the... Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's all good. That's all good. That's all good. You guys could definitely... Like I said, man, we'll, you know, you guys could wait for the site to be up. Okay, Rio. Yeah, hit me. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, man. You know, Rio, if you can, Rio, go ahead and email me. And then, you know, we'll go ahead and get it in. Email me, Rio, at Dante's Boxing Nation at Gmail. All right? Email me at Dante's Boxing Nation at Gmail, and we'll get it in. Don't send a private message on YouTube because sometimes I forget how. So, you know, for the people who send me private messages on YouTube, man, sometimes I forget how to even get to that damn, you know, section on YouTube, you know. So a lot of times I miss a lot of those messages you guys send me. But yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, man. Let me see. Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's it. Yeah, that's it right there, Rio. Yep. Dante's Boxing Nation at gmail.com. Yeah, go ahead and send me that email. Cause you know, like I said, well, you know, I ain't gonna go into it. But anyway, yeah, so that's what I want to do. I want to go ahead and get that cracking. That way, you know, we'll have everything, all the shirts, you know, so you guys could actually see them and just go ahead and get them cracking. So let me shout out some cats once again. Another one of my moderators. Shout out to one of my moderators, Connor McGregor in the building. Yes, sir. Yeah, Floyd Mayweather. I was reading the comments. I was gonna put that up, but yeah, man, it's just so funny how, you know, people, they always try to push that narrative that's always the contrary of the truth when it comes to Floyd Mayweather. You know, like trying to say how well, this fighter, he's just doing the same thing Floyd did. Man, Floyd Mayweather was calling out Acelino Popo Freitas when he was undefeated in the beast. He was calling out Casamayor. He was calling out Naseem Hamed. He was calling out Stevie Johnston. He was calling out all of these fighters when they were on the top, and the majority of them did not want to fight Floyd Mayweather. You know, a lot of people don't understand this, man, but Floyd Mayweather, he was knocking cats out in sparring and in his fights. Floyd Mayweather was stopping almost all of his sparring partners when he fought at 135. Because I know this because I've had guests on the show tell me this. You know, I've had guests on the show actually tell me this. They was like, I've had at least 3 guys that have been in a Floyd Mayweather training camp tell me Floyd was beating the shit out of everybody, stopping everybody, sending everybody home. Everyone was, you know, he was sending everybody, you know, home to where they wasn't coming back. And I'll have like one fighter tell me I was like the only guy that survived. I survived the Mayweather, you know, training camp. This is what fighters that have been in training camps, Floyd Mayweather's training camps, this is what they have said, you know? So it's real. It's real. And for the 1,000th time, you cannot compare a man close to 40 that done moved up 5 weight classes to a man in his prime who has never moved up 1 weight class and then try to compare who has more knockouts. That sounds ridiculous. That sounds ridiculous. Yeah, man. So anyway, let's see here. Yeah, I'm checking out the comments right now. Trying to see what you guys are talking. I'm about to get up out of here. You know, this is when we know we had a great show when, you know what, did I read? And once again, and my man Rio, I meant to go back to your comment. Thank you once again to everybody that donated. Let me go ahead and shout out everybody on that DBN or inside that DBN tank, you know, because we pushing this tank, and I appreciate that. Shout out to Steve's Bathroom Remodeling and Repair, Mike Gross, Fly Guy, Rio Amon. I appreciate you guys showing that love. My man Rio said earlier when I was talking to Dwayne Beeman, respect family. Hey Dante, do you have any thoughts on what Chris Eubank Jr. will do against George Groves? Also, how do you think he'll do after the tournament and go down to middleweight? That's a good question, Rio. That's a real good question. I think he's going to knock out George Groves. I think we're going to see the best Chris Eubank we've seen. He might catch him with one of them fresh fly uppercuts that he loves to throw. You know, I mean, George Groves, I mean, he's been knocked out already against Badu Jack and against who else? Against Carl Froch. You know, so yeah, I think this is Eubank's time to shine right now. And I still think it would be a great fight if he were to get that, if he were to win this tournament, which he still has to get past, was it Caleb Smith? I believe Caleb Smith is about to fight the guy that just beat Rob Bryant. I forgot his name, the guy from Germany. But if Eubank wins this tournament, that's huge. If he wins this tournament, that's huge. And it would be hard for Golovkin to use an excuse why they don't want to take the fight if he wins this tournament, then comes back down to middleweight and he challenges them. Boy, them walls are closing in on Golovkin. That boy Charlo, now Charlo is he's about to fight Centero, and we know he's going to beat him. Once he beats him, that's his second eliminator. He becomes the mandatory. And just like Golovkin said to Canelo, fight me or give up the belt, we're going to see if Golovkin is going to fight Charlo or give up the belt. It's funny, man, because I bet you if I were to ask right now, the fans right now, do you want to see Golovkin fight Charlo? You're going to get a whole bunch of them. They're going to be like, hell to the no, I don't want to see that. Hell to the no, I don't want to see that. Now, I don't mind him fighting against Willie Monroe and Dominic Wade, but hell to the no, I don't want to see him fight no damn Charlo. I remember when I was out there in New York and Charlo had knocked out Heelan. And just to show you that I'm not just talking, because I know how decafs get down. These was decafs in the media. You know, soon as Charlo knocked out Heelan, I had these groups of members of the media that turned around and said, boy, I sure would like to see Charlo against Danny Jacobs. Who do you think will win a fight? Charlo against Danny Jacobs? Charlo against Lara? Notice, he trying to create this black murderers role, this modern day black murderers role, you know, because that's what the black murderers role was. It was a bunch of black fighters that no one would fight, so they had to keep fighting against each other because none of the big names would fight them. So it's just funny how these guys were sitting over here in the media section, and even fans too. Oh, I want to see Charlo versus, you know, Lara. I want to see Charlo versus Andrade. I want to see Charlo versus Danny Jacobs. I'm like, but bro, he just became Golovkin's mandatory. How come you don't want to see that fight? Because once again, a lot of these fans are emotionally attached. And at the end of the day, they would rather their favorite fighters fight easy opponents and stay undefeated rather than face a guy that they believe may take away that O. That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. Yeah, man. Anyway, yeah, guys, so an hour and 50 minutes in, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. That's what we do over here. Yes, sir. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, chop this up, and I'll catch up with you guys on Sunday. You guys already know what it is. I'll see you guys on Sunday on the when we do the radio show. Like I said, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern. We're going to have a whole panel. You guys can call in, and we're going to get it in. All right? So that's pretty much all I got for now. I'll see you guys. I'm on to the next one. It's the Nation, baby. Yep.